This keyboard has a built-in trackpad and it comes for around 1000 rupees. It connects wirelessly using a dongle or Bluetooth. A keyboard with trackpad is an ideal device if you want to control the media center of your television. With Bluetooth connectivity, you will no longer need the OTG cable to connect to your phone or tablet. You can also choose the type of device, let it be Apple, Android or Windows. And guess what? The trackpad works over Bluetooth too. Although it is very responsive, this product has a few caveats which we will discuss in this review. I want to mention that this is not a sponsored video. I bought this keyboard with my money. Hello, I'm Vishnu. Wireless keyboards with built-in trackpads are very useful, particularly when you're working away from the desk. A mouse needs a surface to work properly. Often, it is not possible to use the available surface. Trackpads solve this problem, but the high entry price of these wireless combos was a deal breaker. Besides, almost none of the trackpad keyboards from premium brands support Bluetooth. This product precisely addresses all those shortcomings. Called Portronics Bubble Pro, this keyboard appears well made. Although low cost, it is sleek and feels premium. There are 78 keys and the form factor is a tad smaller than TKL keyboards. The typewriter style rounded keys have a short travel like laptop keyboards. There are plenty of shortcuts that you can trigger using the function key. There are 3 LED indicators, the num lock, caps lock and the connectivity indicator. The trackpad is large and is very responsive. It supports standard gestures and you can tap on it to register the click. If you are a fan of clicky style buttons, you got the right click and the left click buttons here. This wireless keyboard runs on a couple of AAA batteries, and just beside the battery compartment, there is space to house the 2.4 GHz dongle. The keyboard consumes 18 mA and this switch turns it on and off. The type of keyboard is membrane, meaning multiple sheets with conductive traces are used to sense the keystrokes. Underneath the keys, there is a rubber composite which helps to trigger the contact. It also helps the keys to spring back after they are pressed. There are 3 layers under the rubber pad. The top and the bottom have conductive traces. The second layer acts as an insulator. If you watch the second layer closely, there are perforations in it, which will serve as the contact zone. When you press any key, the tip of the rubber layer creates a contact between both the layers. The circuitry of the keyboard senses which key is pressed and transmits the info to the computer. On contrast, mechanical keyboards have individual switches for each key. Although the keys offer very good tactile feedback, mechanical keyboards tend to be bulky. Think it this way, a mechanical keyboard is good at the desk and a wireless membrane keyboard is good to move around. How about the mini keyboards then? These are still a popular option for controlling the media center. You see, using a mouse at places other than the desk is not comfortable. Without a proper surface to work on, it is difficult to attain speed. This is where the mini keyboard's trackpad comes in handy. However, the keys themselves feel clicky, which slows down the response. If you look underneath, it is neither mechanical nor membrane. A tin cap is formed over the circuit board and acts as a switch. The Bubble Pro is far better than the mini keyboard. To get the keyboard working, you need to use 2 AAA batteries. I'm using rechargeable batteries and I will tell you later why they are needed. Take out the wireless receiver dongle and plug it into your computer. Switch on the keyboard and that should do. Quite simple to set up just as any other wireless keyboard. Let's get to the special things now. This keyboard can connect using Bluetooth as well. To do so, press function and the Bluetooth keys simultaneously. Then press the type of Bluetooth device using function and Windows for example. Then press function and connect. Click connect on your computer and that should do. Same goes with phones and tablets too. Turn on the Bluetooth on the portable device and use the combination keys on the keyboard to connect. The good thing is that the trackpad works over Bluetooth. You now have a pointer to move around your phone screen and that feels awesome. You see, the tip of your finger is rather large compared to a pointer. The obvious advantage to the pointer is that you can click smaller things with precision. This keyboard has a claimed range of 10 meters. Although I cannot test the full range here, it seems to do okay for around 5 meters. The trackpad is still very responsive from this distance. If you want to switch back to your dongle, use the function and 2.4G keys together. To get back to Bluetooth again, use the function and Bluetooth keys. You will see the connection LED light up every time you switch over. One important thing though, at any point of time, you can configure one Bluetooth device only. The iOS, Android and Windows keys are keyboard customization modes only. They must not be misinterpreted as switchover mechanism for 3 different Bluetooth devices. Now that you have a trackpad keyboard set up and ready to use, have fun with it. The keyboard is lightweight and slim. I thought to test the flex and the bend, but I like it enough already. What I don't like are the shortcomings. Every product ever made has one or the other, and so does this one. First up, the product did not come with a user manual. It was not in the box and is neither available on the official website. Since this is a dual mode keyboard, a user manual is essential. Without that, I had to figure out everything by myself. For example, how do you turn off the numlock? It must be simple, right? Just press function and numlock keys together. But no, you need to press the control key together as well. The keyboard does not have height adjustment risers, so you have to fork your own way to do that. The low battery indicator on the keyboard does not show up unless you switch connections. If you keep your computer on all the time like I do, the keyboard will not indicate low battery at all. The product says it has auto power saving mode, but I'm not sure if it does. In my testing, the batteries lasted exactly 1 week, both the times. Normally, when you have a power saving mode on, you need to press a key to wake up the device. But on the Bubble Pro, I found the trackpad active at all times. It is probably the reason for the battery drain. Considering that my computer is on all the time, the keyboard's power saving mode is not triggering at all. If you have a similar setup, you must consider rechargeable batteries. I use a USB powered charger and it is quite good. It is portable and you can charge the batteries from a power bank as well. I want manufacturers to put an approximate number to low power consumption. Otherwise, it is anybody's guess. When Logitech says 1 year battery life, you're sure it will last at least half the time for heavy use. Also, I want manufacturers to be accurate when it comes to numbers. 80 million is printed on the box, but I don't think membrane keyboards last beyond 5 million keystrokes. Even the switches of mechanical keyboards do not exceed 50 million. Last but not the least, there is the thing about warranty. This keyboard is covered for 1 year, but it is a ship-in warranty, meaning you got to courier the product to Portronics for repairs. Who pays the shipping charges is the question, because there are only 2 service centers. Couple of years ago, I bought 2 mechanical keyboards and reviewed them. After the warranty period was over, the space bar on one of the keyboards stopped working. The company asked to courier the product for repairs, but I had to discard the keyboard because the total charges were close to the cost of a new keyboard. So, it is an important question to ask. Who pays the shipping charges during warranty? If it is you, there is a risk that it might become a use and throw product. Despite the shortcomings, the core product is good. The responsive trackpad, premium looks, rounded keys, and the Bluetooth connectivity in a keyboard that sells for around 1000 rupees is enticing. However, at this point of time, my recommendation is neutral. That because the product is new in the market. Keyboards are supposed to last for many years, and 3 weeks of testing is not enough to recommend one. I will watch how this keyboard performs over a period of time, particularly the trackpad. You can check the keyboard's current working status in the description of this video, which I'll update from time to time. I will also include any tips that I come across in the pinned comment. That said, if you don't mind spending the 1000 rupees for a hit or a miss, you can give it a shot and let me know in the comments what your experience was like. Thanks for your time and have a great day. This is Arjun and Vishnu signing off.